He's doing pretty good.
Yeah?
I probably need to work a little more on come.
Okay.
But some of the things we worked on in the last few weeks, he's doing really good.
Good. Good. All right. So we're actually going to work a little bit more on that come plan today.
Okay.
But we're going to work from a further distance. So we're going to give him more freedom and see if we can get him to continue coming back to us. Okay? Once you give them more freedom, they tend to ignore you more. So we're going to practice on his regular leash like we started with last week, and we're going to go from there, get him back into the groove of it again, and then we're going to add distance to it.
To me, come seems a lot like weight. You know, when you're saying weight, they're staying there. I guess come is, they can be doing anything, you've not got them under that weight.
Exactly.
Command.
So have you been asking for the weight to get them to come?
No,
Okay.
And
Okay, good. Because when you're using the weight, you have to release. And
Gotcha.
that's different than the cup.
Gotcha. Now when he comes, he just gets rewarded a lot.
Yeah. Okay. And it doesn't even have to be a lot. It's just initially so that you can get him used to coming to you, meaning good things. So he always wants to come to you because he'll associate it with getting good things. Okay?
Gotcha. And then we decided the emergency word would be report.
Report.
Report. You know, we need that one word that you said banana.
Yeah, whatever you want. Yeah. That's the one that you are going to reward big. Lots and lots and lots of treats and lots of praise.
And to be honest, I haven't worked on that because we just haven't figured out what word we really want to use. So I need
And that's fine. That's fine. Getting him used to report. The best way to do that is use the word.
Well, it's either report or bacon. So,
Or bacon?
Victoria said, well, they'll think we're so weird if we just scream out bacon. That's why she kind of got her mindset on report.
Oh, okay.
Where we scream report, we don't get as many crazy looks as if we...
But you know what? You can get as many crazy looks as you want because you know that your dog's not going to hear that anywhere else.
True, yes.
Okay? But then again, they're not going to hear, he's not going to hear report anywhere else either.
True.
Okay? So getting him used to the word report is basically, if you remember back in the beginning, did you see a crumple? Back in the beginning when we were teaching him what his positive marker was, which is what?
Yes.
Yes. We would say his word and reward, word, reward, right? It's called mark and reward. Same principle, only now we're going to say report, and we're going to delude him with treats.
Gotcha.
Okay? Report. Oh, and you're going to be dainty. Yes. Good boy. Good boy. So I've been 3, 4 in a row. Honey, report. Yes. Yes. So that's how you're going to start the process of getting him to understand. Here, you want the crumbs? Getting him to understand report means extra good stuff. More of the extra good stuff. So he's really going to be inclined to come to you at that point because he knows report means all of these treats. And then, of course, you're going to add, oh, that good boy, lots of praises, good job, along with it. Okay? All right, very good. All right, so we're going to take him out back behind us. We're going to work on that come command. Get him back in the swing of it. Down. It's easier for a dog to lay down from a sit position than it is from a standing position. So for now, we're going to start with the sit first. Okay? So when we're asking for a when we're asking for a down, we first say sit, and then I want you to imagine what's called nose to toes. Take a treat from his nose straight down to his toes. Don't go out away from him because then he'll have to get up and go towards that treat. Straight down. Palm down. Yes. Okay. Good boy. Good boy. Now, because he already knows the release, every time you ask him to sit and every time you ask him for a down, he has to be released in order to get up. He needs permission now, okay? When you're asking for the down, the hand signal for sit is palm up. The hand signal for down is palm down. So when you're leading with that treat, if you hold it between your first finger and your thumb, you can still get that palm down hand motion going, okay? Yep. Sit. Down. Every time he gets up, we start over. Sit. Straight down. Now when you give him his treat, when he has gone flat, drop it on the floor between his feet. Don't feed it to his mouth. That gives you an opportunity while he's going to grab that treat and eat it, you can step back and release before he releases himself. And he'll understand every time he gets up, the treat goes away. Good boy. If you have to, if he stays seated, but all he's doing is bending himself in half trying to get to that treat, you can slowly move it away from him 1 little inch at a time. And what we're hoping for is that he'll stretch out enough to flatten his belly on the ground. Sit. Yes, good boy. Okay. And now he has permission and he can get all that praise. Good job.
Good job.
Okay? Go ahead and try it.
Buddy. Buddy, sit.
Straight up. You're getting too far away. Literally under his nose, straight to the toes.
Okay, sit. Sit.
Don't say sit. He sat right back up when you said sit. Don't say anything. Just hand down to the floor and wait for it to flatten. If he doesn't flatten out right away, 1 inch away until he does.
And just say down.
Not yet.
Okay, gotcha. Buddy, sit.
Oh, too far, too fast, I mean. Say When you start taking it away from him, it's just slowly, 1 inch at a time, because if you go too fast, he's going to be like, oh wait, where's it going? Okay?
All right. Sit.
Yep, you got to stand up again.
Sit. That's what you're doing.
Yes,
Good
drop it on the
boy.
floor.
Good boy.
Okay.
Okay.
Good
Good
job.
job.
Good boy.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
So I noticed what you're doing is you're holding the treat kind of like this. It's easier if you just take the tips of your fingers. That way you can still do your down.
Okay.
Because when you're asking him for a down without that treat later on, you're not going to do this.
Gotcha.
You're going to do this.
Okay.
So
it's
tips
gonna
of
be
the
like-
finger, that makes it easier. Okay? Yes.
Good boy.
Okay. Good job. Good job.
Very
Okay? Try it again.
good. Okay, I'm gonna take this. Sit.
Fingertip. There you go. Good. So go too slow. Out an inch. Yes.
Good job.
Okay.
Okay.
Good. So when you drop that treat because he flattened out, make sure you say yes. You got your positive marker.
Okay.
That's connected to laying flat on the floor. That's why he's being rewarded. So make sure he knows as soon as his belly hits that floor, yes.
Okay.
And then you can back up and release. Okay. Try it again.
Sit. Yes. Okay.
Good. Very good. He's catching on.
Yes, he's smart.
Now, I want you to start saying down. And as you lower his nose down to the floor, you're going to say down.
Okay.
Same process, only now you're adding a word. Only say it one time on the way down.
Sit. Down.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Good boy. Okay.
Good. Good.
Yes, you're so smart.
He is very smart.
You're so
Good
smart.
boy. Okay. So now I want you to practice down with every time you lure him to the floor. He's getting better at it very quickly.
Yes.
Make sure that he masters down with flattening out, getting rewarded several times before you ask for the down without a reward.
Okay. Okay.
Okay? We don't want to expect too much too soon because then you just set them up to fail.
Okay.
Okay? Baby steps. And the end result, and I doubt he'll do it, but we're going to try it anyway. Come here, buddy. Come here. Sit. Down. Down. Yes, he's not ready. Down. Yes. Good boy. Okay. Good boy. Good job. Good job. Okay? So, once he's doing it consistently without hesitation, meaning every time you say down, he automatically goes, automatically goes, automatically goes, then he's understanding it. Try it without the treat, but you don't have to. If he goes into the intermediate level of training, we are going to teach him to do things without the rewards every time. So we're going to fade those treats away in the intermediate class. It's perfectly fine for him to continue getting them now until he's reached that level. Okay? But what we would like to see eventually is for you to stand up straight and say down. And then he can lay down and you can drop a treat to him then. Eventually. That's down the line. Okay? All right. So he is good to go. I believe next week is graduation. Yep. Next week is graduation. Do you want him to learn how to shake or give paw, or does he already do that? Okay. That's kind of a tricky one to teach. That's one of those things that everybody wants their dog to know, but they have no idea how to teach it. Okay? There are many different methods out there. Some methods work better for some dogs than other dogs. Okay? The one method that you can try, here, buddy. Sit. Obviously, you have to sit first. If you take a treat and hold it close to his neck under his chin. Yes. Any movement of that paw, you reward.
Okay.
And eventually, here, bud. Sit. Yes. Good boy. What we're doing is we're holding it in a place where he can't get it with his mouth. So he paws at it in hopes that that's going to get him that treat. As soon as he paws at it, we reward it so that he starts associating that paw coming up with getting that reward.
Is there a verbal command, or right now it's all?
Right now, we're just getting that foot move.
Okay.
Come here, buddy. Come here. Come here. Yes. Now that he's picking up his foot, nope. Come here. Sit. Just use with the other hand, sorry. Sit. Yes, good boy. So he's starting to understand. Okay, so yes, good boy. He's starting to understand. Picking my foot up is what's getting my reward.
You did, no, you didn't.
Sit. I did that first. Sit. Huh? Yes, good boy.
You just see him just talk to you. He's really responsible.
Thank you. Sit. Now you can call it shake or you can call it paw, what do you want to call it?
Let's do shake hands.
Okay.
Or shake.
Shake.
for it.
Yep.
No, two in one.
You want to try it?
Yes, let's try this. Buddy, sit.
You can drop the leash. He's in here alone.
Good. Buddy, sit.
Right up under his chin.
Oh,
Yes.
yes, good boy. That's happy. Good. Good.
So when you see that foot starting to come up,
Try to grab it.
when you try to grab it, you say shake.
Okay, gotcha. It's that one. Okay, sit. Shake. Yeah.
Yes,
shake.
good.
Boy, you're so smart.
And then before long, you're going to be able to say shake, and he's automatically going to put his foot up for you to take. It's just consistency and practice.
Something that I've noticed with him, when he's overly excited, he is very strong and agile. He will lunge like a big bull.
Okay.
He's usually tied out. He's usually tied in the head. But he, like, when it comes to approaching, he won't respond to that. He won't sit when I tell him to.
Okay.
He wants to jump.
Is it when you initially come out to him?
It is an initial. Yes, he's very
Okay.
excited. Very
Yes.
excited.
Okay, and that's normal. That's the equivalent of you coming home and having him be excited to see you.
Gotcha.
Okay? Is he always tied out when you're gone?
No, he's got a large cage.
Like a kennel?
A kennel.
Okay.
Very light. He's got a bigger one, so he's got a large kennel. That's his sleeping quarters.
Okay.
And then we do have a runner outside.
Oh,
Very
okay.
large doghouse. So when
Gotcha.
he's on that runner, is when he wants to jump.
Okay. So when
Yeah, he
he
does get
sees,
free time. He does get free time.
okay, that's great.
He's not
When
had
he
that.
sees you coming, oh yeah, he's very excited to see you. Have you tried walking right up to him and asking for a sit, or were you doing it from a little distance?
I've got one close enough. Maybe I'm trying to do it out here.
He's so excited to see you that you're keeping your distance. He's gonna be like, no, I need you here, I want to say hi.
So try to get him a
So-
little closer.
Sometimes if you see him coming at you, if you close that space, that gap before he can jump, then you can ask him for something in front of you. Does that make sense? Because you're closing that gap on him quickly enough that he doesn't have the momentum to lunge at you. Then make sure you have extra special treats in your hand. It's a really good stuff.
Okay.
Smell it, and then he asks me for a sit.
Gotcha.
Okay?
And it is an award system, and sometimes I don't have those treats.
Okay.
That's why he's not going to respond as fast, because you
Gotcha.
said everything's
Yep,
reward.
everything is rewarded at this point. So if you know you're gonna walk out of the house this evening, make sure you grab some good stuff. Even if you just grab a piece of cheese.
Okay.
Make the cheese that special thing that he only gets when he's behaved, when you get home and he's tied out.
Okay.
So that you can control the amount of energy that he's exuding trying to get to you. Close that gap quickly enough that he isn't lunging. Sit. Yes, a couple of good pieces of cheese. And that's going to teach him from now on,
It's not come out.
when you come out, you can ask him to sit, he's automatically gonna sit because he's gonna want that cheese.
Exactly, and when he's got to sit to get that change, we're switching from one, like we did that, we're switching from one leash to another.
Yeah,
So he has to be controlled,
right,
otherwise I can't do it.
exactly. Now, because he already knows wait, you can get him to sit and wait
That's
while
probably
you're doing,
better.
switching the
That's
legs
probably
out.
better than
Yep.
sit, because we need to follow the.
Exactly. Sit means sit.
Sit.
Wait means hang on a second,
Okay.
okay? He's still gonna try and do one of these as you're switching the leashes out because he's always gonna look in your hands for treats. So make sure you don't have treats in your hands at the time. Show him your empty hands. Say sit. And then do the leashes. And then say yes, and then reward. Okay?
Got it.
Any questions?
I like the pouch.
Yes, aren't they great? Good. All right, you are good to go for today. Next week is graduation. When you come in next week, I'm going to see if you have any questions, anything I can answer for you, resolve any issues, any challenges that he still has. Then I'm going to test him out on everything that he's learned in the class. When he passes, I say when he passes. Then we're going to do pictures. I'm going to take graduation pictures. This is my graduation wall. We're going to take pictures, and we will go from there. We'll earn his certification and get a little bit of it. Okay? Wonderful. He's a very smart boy. Very smart. And as long as you are consistent, he's going to do great.
And you're going to have about a month and a half, 2 months off to practice all this. And you're going to start the intermediate.
Oh, okay. Did you already pay for the intermediate?
Yeah, we already paid it, ready to go by the dates and everything.
Perfect.
We got me during the week like I need to do. So that's why I pushed off a little further because I can't do the weekend.
Yeah.
That's right.
Was that the June